Amen. Page 226, page 226. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Deva Bhavantam Vande Krishna Deva Bhavantam Krishna Deva
Come in if you want.
Do 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, 1, 2, 3. 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 2.
Nibbana Kamala Koti Chandra Shushita Nibbana Kamala Koti Chandra Shushita Nibbana Kamala Koti Chandra Shushita Nibbana Kamala Koti Chandra Hare Rama
Thank you.
156.
thought there's a temple room full of people. I did. Just a few devotees can make a lot of noise. Oh, we're on the we're on the video. Hare Krishna. Well, you don't have to point the video at me right now, because I got extra supply of water coming out of my head today, so it's good I'm at a distance from everybody. Please excuse. Anyway, I've asked to sit here from 1 o'clock until 1:30. So how can I be useful? Hare Krishna. How can I be useful?
Please share whatever comes to mind about your time with Srila Gurudev.
Ever comes to mind. Well, Hare Krishna. Well, first of all, just a moment of Vandeham, at least. I expect you all chanted everything already. But we can chant a mini Vandanam as an auspicious beginning. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagradatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitanascha Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jaina Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Prarayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Tvije Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Govinda Govinda. For the etiquette given by our masters, but it is for them, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, and the pure givers of Krishna consciousness to the world. Hare Krishna.
I had a more specific question actually. If no one else would like to ask anything. We hear in Krishna consciousness how, really what is the main necessity in our lives. This is like loyam, hankering for that, but what for deeper connection with Gurudev and the Vaishnavas. But can you please speak a little bit about cultivating loyam in because true loyam is something very deep and high, and so this is kind of what I was thinking.
Well, first of all, we have a variety of souls in the room, and no doubt behind the screen as well. So we're told that the beginning of our good fortune is the desire to inquire and to search, to think that there is something more. To see the stars at night. I know you're in London, you never see stars, but there are lots up there. And to think, where are we? Why am I living? What's the universe all about? Questions that teenagers hate to hear. They say, oh, don't tell me anything about all this. Where am I? Why am I living? What's the universe telling me? But if we have a little bit of inquiring tendency to think, well, somebody must know. Man wants to know. They're all exploring with their science gadgets to try to find out about the universe. So, people do want to know what's out there in the world. But in a more conscious state, not just physically, where physically we live, physically what is happening, but about the world of consciousness, which is life, to make that inquiry, to have some inquiring tendency, is like the first step. And then we can think that from there we will want to meet with those who are also inquiring and those who are specialists in the field of spiritual research. And Guru Maharaj explains it. Who are the rishis? They are the research scholars, the professors, if you like, the research scholars of consciousness, of spiritual life. So, step by step, we may want to first associate with others who, you make this inquiry, what have you learned? And what's your lineage, where have you learned from? Is it just you sat in a forest and you fasted and you ate some magic mushrooms and then you got some inspiration? Or did you go to somebody who already had some understanding in a solid way? So, we want to make some inquiry, some hankering for purity, the pure descent of truth, the pure line of consciousness. And so, when first some inquiring spirit comes, Krishna will come to help us. He's in the heart. He can see not everything that we do with our body, but he sees everything that we think and we desire. And then starting from the desire, then we get some assistance from Krishna, and then step by step. If Krishna is kind to us, because everything relies on mercy, then we come into contact with scripture, with the sadhus, those who are trying to practice the scripture, and with the guru and the descending current from above. So, where are we in our journey? Are we at the beginning where we're just trying to inquire? I do not know. Or, for some of us, already some inquiry has come, or we by accident came to the place where we've got some good advisors who've woken us up to make some inquiry. And somehow or another, from some of us in the room, we're already connected, and therefore, from that point, we can think, well, some grace has come from above, because we've come in contact with Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, with the devotees, with Prasadam, with Tulsi Devi, with Tulsi Devi, and with the various paraphernalia that is dear to the Lord. But we've come in contact, which means we haven't come by ourselves forcing, we've been allowed to come into that association. And then, when we've been allowed to come into that association, then now Krishna is looking always to see, are we just taking it casually or are we taking seriously? And then the more that we can see the necessity to solve the essential life's problem, which isn't, understanding that the universe is, X billion miles wide instead of, before they thought it was Y billion miles wide. That doesn't help us to solve the actual problem, that we have a problem, that all of us a few days ago in our mother's womb, born helpless, and then we grew up. And then soon, in a few days' time, we'll be going to the cremation ground or the cemetery. But sure, it is sure that this is happening. So this is the real problem. And then when we come to the saints and sages, come to the scripture, who are promising us we can solve this problem. As Guru Maharaj says, we don't push it aside that this can't be solved. No, we will face it. And he says the scientists, they're not facing this problem at all. They're just looking about this one life, trying to exploit for this one lifetime. But the scriptures are all telling us that we need to solve the real problem, which is we're in the middle of birth and death. So then, bit by the Lord's grace, we may get some taste to be with those who are spiritual, those who are trying to chant, as you're doing kirtan, trying to read regularly the books, trying to change their consciousness from selfish to selfless. And then, step by step, if we follow things nicely and the Lord is kind to us, then we will get some hankering to always be with those kind of persons. And we'll get a distaste for being with regular people who are only talking about football and cricket in India, football in England, and rugby in Wales, and whatever it is, these things, and politics, whatever country you're in. Politics is the addiction of the world. So instead of that association, instead of hearing topics like that, then waking up inside of us, come and say, I don't want that association. My nourishment is coming from a different place. So instead of going to the nightclubs, instead of going to the bars, instead of going to the restaurant for eating, meat with all dressed up to say, this is very tasty and very nice, then the consciousness changes. So we don't want those things, and we do want, instead, the saintly association. And when we don't have it, then we will feel all the more the necessity for that association. I remember being in Howrah railway station one time in Calcutta, the busiest railway station in the world. The Guinness Book of Records says so. But thousands of people all going here, there, very busy in the day. But I actually was thinking, and I had an hour or something before the train, and I'm feeling there's no one here to talk to, nothing like that. And I went to the Wheelers, W-H-E-L-L-E, Wheelers book stand. It's very famous in Howrah station. Many stations have Wheelers book stand. And then I saw there Science of Self-Realization by Srila Prabhupada. And I was so happy that amidst all of this craziness here there's a book. And it was 35 rupees, I remember. And it was a very good deal, 35 rupees, 50 pence, you can say. But now it'll be more than that, even in Wheelers. But then I got that book. And then amidst everything was there, again I was reading that book, which I read different times, including, not exactly yesterday, I read a chapter about 1 week ago. One chapter from there, after when I was searching for something. Then I read the whole chapter. But I read the whole book from Subhasini's house about a year or something ago. And every few years or every now and again we read that book. But there, just getting that nourishment from one book, which is only telling us about how stupid we are, about when we don't follow a proper spiritual path, but telling us how glorious is the spiritual path and that it's been given to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came 500 years ago to give to everybody understanding about devotional life, and in a very clear way. And those days things were very strict about caste and the qualities and what one will do and not do, etc. But Mahaprabhu, he very much slackened that, and in our recent times, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is on the altar, we hope, is on the altar in the middle, Srila Saraswati Thakur, he came and he very much slackened the consciousness of caste system, etc., and made very clear that Mahaprabhu's message is for everybody. And evidence of it is people from the cow-eating world, you see, now not eating cows, but they've been given entrance into the highest pastimes, even though the conduct, you can say, under normal conditions previously would be dismissed. No, you don't have access to this. So, in a very practical way, we've been given so much by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev, in the purest way have brought all this all over the world. And so, if we can recognize that, then we must hanker to try to connect with that always, whether through the books, through the lectures, through the devotees, but at the end of the day, through savor and through activity. It's not just to read knowledge, read books and think, read a wonderful novel today, and I read a wonderful book today. We want to act on what we read. And there's so much guidance, so many tips for us on how to lead our life. And we should really hanker for that life, which means hankering for the devotees. And all of this comes by following a good spiritual diet. And the spiritual diet has been given to us by Srila Guru Maharaj, by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, establishing 64 temples in India. Srila Guru Maharaj being very careful. He was very careful to maintain what Srila Saraswati Thakur gave. And so that standard of the running of the temples, of the programs, that's what we are aspiring for. And Srila Prabhupada sent his senior devotees to Srila Guru Maharaj to learn what is the standard practice, a good, healthy diet and practice for spiritual life in the temple. The songs, the kirtans, which songs we sing, which we don't, what are the tunes? The tunes, they're coming from Srila Guru Maharaj's mat. And then Srila Govinda Maharaj, dear disciple of Srila Guru Maharaj, and a disciple, a Siksha disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and very closely getting their grace all the way through. And Srila Saraswati, Srila Guru Maharaj told that it's as though Srila Govinda Maharaj had the association of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur closely, and more so than most of my godbrothers who did have his association. So this is the caliber of devotees that have come to give us the purity of Krishna consciousness and that complete selflessness from their own side and only for the benefit of others. And so if we can make any connection there, understand their nature, understand their guidance, which is given on every page or every other page on average, if not maybe twice per page of all of their books, then if we can connect with that by doing what they advise, then we will be nourished in a healthy way, and then our hankering for sadhu sangha, association of the devotees, will be the only thing, and we'll have no hankering to go to the cinema or the pub or the whatever else, all the things. We came back from East London last time I was here, and at midnight, we were in the car in midnight because of all the traffic, and the city of London was full of people, all doing what? Nonsense. They should all be in bed so that they get up in the morning for Mangalati. But no, they're doing what they're doing in midnight in London. But we have devotees have no desire for that. But instead will want to be engaged in spiritual activity. And Guru Maharaj said it's a measure of, how are we doing? That how much are we attracted to the external things still, as opposed to being attracted to the Krishna consciousness. But in a very natural way, Guru Maharaj talking with the devotees, very natural way, Srila Gurudev talking with the devotees. And I did not meet Srila Prabhupada, but I've seen many of his lectures and read, etc. And I didn't see for several years any of his videos of his lectures, and because we come to Guru Maharaj and Gurudev and we're living there, and we didn't even have anything to see with. But then it was Siddhanti Maharaj, Chidananda Prabhu. He went over to Mayapur and he bought the whole set of Srila Prabhupada's DVDs at that time. And it was quite expensive. But he was so happy. And he came back, and those days, there was no personal computers, had the old box computers. And so Siddhanti Maharaj, Chidananda Prabhu, he said, Mahananda, can I, in the evening, when you're not using the computer, can I come and watch Srila Prabhupada? And I said, yes, of course. And so he'd come and with one of the computers that's not being used in the evening time, like 7 o'clock or something, or 8 o'clock, anyway, in the evening, he would watch. And then sometimes I'd sit and watch with him, because I saw he was there, a little laughing, and something like this going on. And really, when I was watching Srila Prabhupada, it was just like we come to Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj. It was very natural. And Siddhanti Maharaj also laughing at some things which no one in the audience with Srila Prabhupada were laughing at, because we could also both catch his humor, which was there with it all. But Srila Prabhupada had nobody to really share it with, because everyone's disciples, have a different relationship. But you could see his relationship with Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, just so sweet. So anyhow, so this is the great fortune of the world, and then with the Westerners coming to recognize about Krishna consciousness, then Srila Prabhupada, he brought the Westerners to India to learn from Srila Guru Maharaj only. He brought only to Guru Maharaj for them to learn. He didn't send them, some go to this temple or that temple. Brought them to Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and he wanted Srila Sridhar Maharaj to be the president of ISKCON also. And Srila Guru Maharaj humbly declined. He'd had a lot of experience with societies and so many things. Plus, Guru Maharaj, he'd already settled in Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Maharaj. He said, they can come to me. But this way, the Krishna consciousness has come to the Western world, and from the Western world came to India, and in India until today flourishing with wonderful temples, huge populations. The only temple in the world I know of where there's a waiting list to join as a brahmachari is the Juhu Beach Temple in Bombay. You can't just walk up to the temple and say, oh, I want to volunteer as a brahmachari. Okay, very good. Add your name to the list. I don't think the West London temple is quite in that category. Maybe a close second. I don't know. But in India, and so many temples in India, either directly ISKCON or ISKCON affiliated. And you can see this in Vrindavan, you can see this in Mayapur. It's not only ISKCON, it's not only our Chaitanya Saraswati Math that's like developed from like very rural, very simple place into quite substantial, but all the way down that road in Mayapur, left, right, left, right, left, right, all the temples have come up. And this is by Srila Prabhupada's going to the West and bringing Krishna consciousness back to India. And India coming to see that, it's not a second-class thing, it's actually the West is recognizing, and this is the first-class thing. And so, beyond the traditions, and there are many traditional temples we know, and we go to them, and they're very honorable temples all over India, very old temples. But in the recent time, it's Srila Prabhupada's preaching of Mahaprabhu's teaching, and Srila Prabhupada's preaching having been taught by Guru Maharaj, taking shelter of Guru Maharaj and Srila Saraswati Thakur. And he's brought this teaching back to India, and in the last 50 years, it's these temples which have started and flourished. That's the wave in India itself. So it is a very good time, and it's a very harmonious time for those who have taken shelter of Guru Maharaj. It's disharmonious if we have all our isms and everything else, but for those who taken their shelter under Guru Maharaj, Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada, it's a very harmonious and nourishing time. And we all want harmony, we all want to live forever, and we all want ecstasy. Is that correct?
No.
No? You don't want to be happy?
I want to live forever.
If you're happy?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Die?
Right now, go to Krishna. Yeah, that's my dream.
And when you go to Krishna, you want to live forever, or you just want you just want to visit for some time and then die?
Forever with Krishna. So Maharaj, how do you just, because I fell, I had a bad injury, but I'm suffering with a lot of pain in my fracture, and it's terrible, and I chant, and I'm at the point where I'm fighting with Krishna. And I said, if you're so merciful, why are you doing this to me? Can't you give me some sort of, solace in just your name or something? So
I know. This is very difficult when the actual pain of the body and etc. comes to us. But we have to tolerate. And everybody's in a different position. We are all unique. Everybody is unique. And don't think you're the only one who is suffering. In this world, so many are suffering. And in Milan, there was some huge amount of beds, 15,000 hospital beds in Milan. And 4 prisons. And then you think, hold on, that's a lot of people who are suffering. I mean, that's a lot of people who are suffering. All those people in prison, all those people in the hospital beds. And every day, 3,000 people die on the roads in road accidents. That's the WHO, the World Health Organization's own statistics, which everybody says that's official. So don't think you're the only person who's suffering, is one thing. But you are suffering, and we all have much sympathy for that. But it's something we have to tolerate. It is temporary.
Yeah.
Everything is temporary. But it is one of these things we have to be humble, we have to tolerate. We have to give honor to all others, and we not want honor for ourselves. And so we're all in a different place in this world, and we're sorry you're feeling pain, but you won't feel pain after a while. And others who are thinking, well, I'm healthy, then we know the suffering just around the corner. It is the world. And this world, we mentioned briefly before, we were all babies a few months ago. It's not many months. 30 years is how many months? 360. That's not very long. Look how quickly the months go by. And in a few months' time, we'll also be leaving our body again. And when we leave our body, we'll be saying, again, happening again. But if we can make our connection with Krishna solid in this lifetime, connection with Krishna through his devotees, this is our connection, the real connection. Then when we leave our bodies next time, then we say, okay, this life, maybe I was successful. See where we are taken to. But anyway, we have to tolerate this life. When we're in the womb of the mother for 9 months, how much tolerance is there? It's written in Srimad Bhagavatam, described. And what the mother eats, that all, and the mother eating chilies, and smoking cigarette, all these things, all going to the baby, or not even smoking, but going to places where it's like poisonous air, this, that, and the other. All coming to the baby inside the womb can't do anything, then comes out, and the pain of birth, etc., then he forgets all that. We have a devotee who had a bad accident, and in the hospital, everything, until now, for maybe 3 months of his life, and he had an accident, he's 30 years old, he was not a child, 30 years old, bad accident, 3 months, completely lost, he can't remember anything. And we've even told him, he said, tell me what happened. We told him, Chinmoy Dev, he fell and had a bad accident. And I honestly thought he's going to die. I was the second person to see him. The first one was Vaidehi. And then she came running and ringing on the bell. Came running down from the office in Navadip. And then so many people helped him, selflessly. But he can't remember any of it. But you see, I give this as an example that even in this life, when there's some great pain, something happens, nature makes you forget it, like blocks it out, and then, okay, go on. And it's not that he was unconscious, he was conscious and in pain. So we are now denying the fact that we were 9 months in the womb, denying the fact that we were baby, and all the pains and all the growing up. And now all of us in the room, we are all at the best time, best age, because maybe you have some pain, but you've got a grown-up body, you're not a child, you don't have the consciousness of a 4-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 15-year-old or a 20-year-old. You've got the consciousness of a grown-up. So this is the best time to use our mature life in a proper way. So chant Hare Krishna, but remember we're coming to Krishna to serve him, not for him to serve us.
Yeah.
And then he
I
can...
do my chants in once a minute.
I understand what you...
I even sometimes fall asleep because I was trying to hold on to him and say, take away the pain.
Wait, he will. Everything of the material senses is temporary. And what about those who are enjoying? Are they going to pray, please take away my enjoyment?
Now at the point of just surrendering everything I have to just be with Krishna, I'm at the point. I just said I want to put my kids in uni and make them self-sufficient and then just give up everything.
Okay, very good. Very good. Ideal is the best thing. Ideal. Hare Krishna. And on this side of the room, we have Vaishnavas, this side of the room Vaishnavas, this side of the room Vaishnavas. Okay, anyway, I was told Arati is at 12:30, 1:30. I heard Bhoga Arati a long time ago.
Yeah, the
Wow.
offering has gone on and taken off.
Yeah, I heard the Bhoga Arati happening. So, well, I was told to be here 1 to 1:30. I'm doing my duty. I'm doing my duty. And I came at British 1 o'clock. And it's now British 1:30. So, But still, if anything important, you can ask, can share. It doesn't have to be asking, it can be
What
sharing.
about pain of the spirit?
What?
The pain of the spirit.
Pain of the spirit.
Yeah, I mean, pain of the body is easy to manage. It's the pain of the spirit, I feel personally, is much harder because it's much deeper.
Spirit means consciousness. And so this is where we have the pain of being in adverse association. The joy of being in good association. And what do we need to do with our life is to redirect our life when we understand that, okay, where I am now, it is not the healthiest place. And we learn how to go in the healthier direction. And so all the small decisions we take, they build up. And so if you don't want to suffer, and that is really, suffering is not the body, it is the mind. And there are so many like mental illnesses, officially recognized as well. And it's all about consciousness at the end. But if you don't want to suffer, be Krishna conscious and be a devotee. Because really you can read everything and analyze everything, but at the end of the day, the whole of the Veda, the whole of the teaching comes to that. And not to deny other things, like we're just going to sit and, or we won't have anything to do with the world. But to use everything for Krishna. That's what they're doing in the healthy land, Vaikuntha. From Vishnu, Ramachandra, everybody in all the gradations of Vaikuntha, they're active. They're not standing on their heads or sitting doing nothing. They're doing something. They're using the Lord's energy in His service. In the Vishnu Narayan area, they're doing it with awe and reverence and grand worship. But everything is for the Lord. Then coming to Ramachandra, it's becoming less of the awe and reverence, but the wonderful relationship that he is showing about dharma and doing the duty, and he was loved by everybody. Well, except Ravana and one or two others. But they also came to love him in the course of time. But anyhow, going step by step and then coming to Krishna. And who is Krishna? The embodiment of love, beauty, sweetness and ecstasy. And that's the original avatari, the original form of the Lord. But in all the gradations there in Vaikuntha, everybody is using everything and doing everything, but in service to the Lord, not for myself. Yes, I'll do it if I get some reward from that. So be a devotee. This is the only solution. And how to be a devotee, especially in Kali Yuga? Chant Hare Krishna. And how to worship the Lord, especially in Kali Yuga, is through Nama Sankirtan, which you are about to do. It means you will chant Hare Krishna. And you will be happy. This is the instruction. Okay, was that Krishna being about ready? Who's the pujari today? Oh, okay. Yes, ready. Okay. So then, let's come for Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai, Shri Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Go.
Jai Shri Bhakti Vandan Madhusudan
Hare
ki Jai.
Nice garment. Look at that garment. Jai Sabarika. But please, you all sing. Because my singing voice is not at its best. But somebody sing, you know the words. At least Hare Krishna.
Do you want to sing?
No, I just said I'm not going to sing.
Sorry.
But also, you just walked in. Okay. I made a request for someone to sing. They don't want to sing.
Make it very tough.
You choose.
Krishna Sadatara Sivasara Gaura Mata Thank Yeah, he gets even more
Sorry,
excited.
you okay?
Yeah.
He's already naughty as it is. But the music just sounds more clear. Sorry, mate. I put my head in the game and just spoiled it. Give me so much love. I was feeling good. Wow, this is what I did. They need physical. Yeah, you might know that some nutcase trying to steal the beauty. The thing is, because you're telling me more. Huh? I didn't tell him anything. No, I'm not saying you're right. I'm saying it's the nature. I was thinking, oh, why don't they want me to go there? It must be really good. Yeah. That's what it's like, Thinking, why not? Why is something good? I won't fire that. Oh, wait. You are. Doesn't matter. But ultimately, I'm not. It's actually very, very realised. Well, actually, no. I'm just a gentleman. You told me to go to Krishna, I was. Is that so bad? You don't want to listen? Did you try to listen? I said, do you want to... Yeah, well, mate, I had half an hour. It's not a lot to do. You said you wanted to. That's okay. The horse, you can take a bit of water, but it's up to him. But he said to me, I want to do it unless you turns out. That's what he literally said to me. Please, come and go. There's a lot of goodness when he said that. It's kids. That song was too much, Krishna Deva Bhavantam Monday. Oh yeah. Because I was thinking, like, no, which song? You know, so this He was singing, I was hating.
Oh, yeah.